Yo, we actually made it out here. Getting the car out here was not a blast. Cold, bumpy, crappy ride. I really need a trailer, but hey, we're out here, man. We're at Paradise Dragstrip, Paradise Raceway. I don't know exactly what you call it. There's the old turd. And it's awesome, man. There's like hardly anybody here today. They had a big event yesterday, the Thrill on the Hill. We missed it. Which actually was a great thing, because talking to a dude here, and he was like, dude, you wouldn't even have been able to run anything. He said there was just people everywhere. So hopefully, you know, with only 10 cars here at the moment, they're about to open up the track and start running them here in about 10 minutes. So heck, if it stays like this, we probably get 5 or 6 pulls in an hour. We got to be out of here, but some real cool stuff out here, given the fact that there's only so many people. But anyway, first couple of little passes on warm-ups. I, as expected, have massive traction problems, so we're going to try to drop down to about 20 pounds. I made a couple passes at like 26 or 7 psi, and I don't know. When you drive to a track like an idiot, like me, because you don't have a trailer, you don't have the option of having like air tanks and stuff like that. So I don't want to go too low on my PSI, because I got to drive to the gas station to put air in my tires. But hopefully this will help us a little bit. Look at that pretty dog. All right, so on warm-ups, I've made about 4 or 5 passes, just to kind of get a feel for what lanes or what, you know, some stick better than others and stuff. The last run, I was having a really difficult time getting the car in second gear, then a difficult time getting in second, third, or fourth gear. So at this point, I'm honestly just going to try to get one pass. Definitely don't want to have a tow truck have to take my car that's too low to even get put on the truck anyways. Tow it 60 miles back home. Well, I didn't break my transmission on the first run. I'm very shocked, but we'll spin all the way through second. First run on this car at 2.3, 60 foot. Doesn't have my 70 miles an hour trap speed. Yeah, so it's not what I wanted, but we got a lot of work to do on traction. So that's what we're gonna focus on. There's old Josh from Showtime showed up. He's gonna run his Trailblazer. Well, that's a good pass there. Yeah, 8.3. Boy's got a real clean old Volkswagen. I really got to find out what he's running in this thing, because it's a nice little car. .74, that's pretty fast. Fast right there. 5.9. That's 5.9, real fast. Easily my favorite ride out here today. fast freaking Cadillac. Oh, goodness me. Oh, woo. Goodness me, oh my. I never know what you're going to see out here. Oh, oh man, that's crazy. We did not have a good day, honestly. Between fighting traction issues, which at first, before, you know, by about an hour or two, so many people had made passes that the track started to get a little bit better. But at first, man, it was, I don't know that I've ever been there and it been that slick. But I mean, like Blake, for example, he's running a 99 Mustang GT. And he couldn't get out of the 12s because it was just so slick. So I think our best pass, let me find my, all right, so we got 2 slips here. Let's see if I can reposition this so that way we can see it. So we've got 2 slips here. And basically, this one is gonna be the first one, okay? Reaction time was a second, which is terrible. 2.360. This one I spun in second. I felt like my launch wasn't terrible, but spinning, I mean, completely through second. That gave me the 10.3, which is my fastest ET. 70 miles an hour, almost 71. Now on this second run right here on the right, a little bit better reaction time of 850. And that's the one I spun first gear pretty bad. It wasn't a good launch, so that you see my 60 foot is pretty bad. At least it's worse than this one. But look at my mile per hour, 2.5 miles faster, you know, and I was only a half-second difference on the ET. So, you know, honestly, I feel like I could confidently say, because I remember I was hoping that we could be in the 9s, because I've had an old Accord. I had that or my other Integra, I don't remember. I managed to get a 10.2 flat, and those cars weren't near as fast as this. I know it for a fact, but I also didn't have as bad of a time traction wise. So the other bugaboo that kind of popped up was something's weird with the tranny. It goes into gear, but man, when I was flooring it, it's like second and third would just disappear. So normally it's pretty, it just feels chunky, you know? And I'm betting you it's probably because of that input shaft leak. I really just need to drain all the fluid, put something nice in, some red line or some kind of decent tranny fluid. I guess you'd call that gear oil. But anyway, that really was making me nervous, because the drag strip's like, it's over an hour from here. It's about 50 miles or so. And you know, my good buddy James, he's a tow truck guy. He'd come get me, but even he charged me a pretty penny for that one. So just trying to play it safe, you know, not like, it's not like this is some kind of such an important thing that we got to sacrifice the transmission. And now I'm out, you know, $500 or $1,000 or whatever, which is kind of funny. We still have the GSR tranny over here. So worst case scenario, I would still have a transmission and a good one. That one would also require me to convert to hydraulic setup on the clutch, and that's just a bunch of money I don't really want to spend, because I'm trying to turbo this thing. But I mean, I don't know. At this point, what do you say? We had a day that you know, we couldn't even get into the 9s, but it's like you just knew it was right there on the table. You know, that's kind of how I'm feeling. It is well within reach to get well into the 9 seconds, which is, we're just doing an 1/8 mile. It's not a big deal. It's not a drag car anyways, so it's still not a big deal. But I gotta tell you, if anybody has never actually raced at the drag strip, it is completely different than racing on the street. 10,000 times different. Glad to see Josh out there. That was cool. He ran another pass in his Trailblazer. What was his buddy's name? Anyways, he had his Charger out there. He said he ran the best pass he's ever ran in that thing. I think he did like an 8.9, and he said his best pass was like a 9.3. So it's kind of amazing that a Charger that weighs 5,300 pounds with an 8-speed tranny and 350 horsepower to the wheels can pull an 8.9 on a track like that. That's pretty awesome. I'm not out here hating, man. That's cool. Good for him. Maybe in a week or two we'll go back, just so we can, you know, we'll do this thing on the transmission, see if it feels a little bit better. Stay tuned, see what's up with the tranny.